Hi, my YouTube peeps. This is a reintroduction because I haven't been on YouTube since over a year. So, this is like a reintroduction to YouTube, to those that I will be connecting with on YouTube, so to speak. Um, so, my channel is really going to be about makeup and makeup instructions, and also advice on products, giving you my feedback on certain products, and just anything to do with makeup, so to speak. Um, you can ask me questions regarding makeup. I am a professional makeup artist. My Instagram name is actually MJ Makeup Studio, but I'm Michelle. So let me just say it. I'm Michelle. My Instagram name is MJ Makeup Studio. MJ underscore makeup underscore studio. So that's where you can see my work so far. So this is like a reintroduction, guys. So I hope I'll be able to continue and be more consistent in putting out um, videos, putting out content for YouTube. And as I said, it is about makeup, makeup instructions, makeup advice, my recommendations on certain products, because I have worked at a makeup counter, so I would have knowledge of certain products and how they work, so to speak. So I'm gonna just pass on all that information to persons who are interested in doing makeup and aspiring makeup artists. So I hope I'll be able to assist you guys. What I want to do today is an eyebrow um, tutorial. Okay guys, so on this video, which is an eyebrow tutorial video, I am going to be showing you what I'll be using. I'll be using these four brushes. This is the a spoolie brush that we're going to use to brush our brows up. Normally it's better for you to shape your brows how you want them to be shaped, and before all of this I usually moisturize my skin. So before I put on makeup, I moisturize. So the ABCs of skincare is cleanse, tone, moisturize. Cleanse, tone, and moisturize. So just to start with the skincare, you would need to make sure you cleanse your face properly. To tone, you're actually using a toner to take off excess dirt that may be on your skin. So sometimes you wash your face and dirt might still be there, especially if you wear makeup. Dirt might still be there, so you would need to use a toner. The toner you can use with a cotton ball, and you just wet it and rub all over your skin, and you make sure that it is clear. So if you're still seeing dirt, that means there's still some amount of dirt on your skin, and you keep using the toner until it is clean. So that's how you tone your skin, and then you follow up with a moisturizer. But if you choose to skip toning, you really need to moisturize your skin. So starting with the skincare, you really need to moisturize your skin. A lot of people think that they don't need to moisturize their skin because their skin is already oily. All right, so the skin types that are there are normal, dry, oily, combination, which is a combination between oily and dry skin. So I have combination skin. I know that I'm oily in this area and I'm dry around these areas. So my cheek areas are dry, and in this middle part is oily. So I use moisturizers that are more water based, so they are not oily. There are a lot of water based moisturizers that are in the pharmacies and so on. You can get water based moisturizers to use. They're not oily, so when they go on, they are really not oily on the skin. One of my best water-based moisturizers to use is actually Mary Kay, although that is not readily available out here, but I do sell Sometimes I do sell the products, but Mary Kay has a moisturizer that is very um, water based, or it is not very oily. When it goes on, it just dries on the skin and your skin looks moisturized but not oily. So it's something like a skincare skincare video, but it's not a skincare video. So as I was saying, we're gonna be using the spoolie brush. Sometimes it comes with an end that has a slanted end like this, but in this case this doesn't have one. So this is a spoolie brush by itself. You usually get spoolie brushes in brush sets. Most of them you don't usually get it by itself. If you get it by itself, it has a dual ended one, but a lot of spoolie brushes are in brush sets. You rarely get them by themselves. So this is a slanted brush, but in this case I'll be using this. Sorry, let me see if I can make it focus. I'll be using this slanted brush as a brush to apply the eyebrow color. So I'm not gonna necessarily be using a pencil in this case. I'm gonna be using this to apply the eyebrow color. This is a brush that have more than one purposes, but in this case this would be used as a brush to apply the concealer. Some people may find it a little bit harder to use this kind of brush because your hands have to be very steady when you're using a brush like this. Guys, you see me wearing glasses? That means I would have to go in to show you this. I would have to be using a mirror to do it close up and to make you see what it looks like. The other brush that I'll be using is a little slant brush, or showing you, you can either use either of these brushes to do your concealer. So the concealer can be put on by using these brushes. In the case of the slant brush, when you are applying the concealer, you would go in the direction, you put the slant in the direction of where you're going. So this is it, the slant. Let me draw it in some more. The slant, you would slant in the direction of where you're going. So you're going in this way, you would use it slanted this way. You're going in this direction, you turn the brush this way and slant it to go in this direction, so to speak, when you are concealing. After you have basically filled in your brows, you would use either a slanted brush or this brush. As I said, this brush is a little more tricky because your hands have to be really straight. Maybe you will have, some people may have find that they have more control with the slanted brush. In the first instance, if you're just starting out as a makeup artist, or you're just starting out to try to do your brows by yourself, you can try both. You can try both to see which one is easier for you to use. So either, you can use either. So try to see which one is easier for you to use in this case. So now that we have brushed up our brows, make sure that your brows are shaped out, because it's not gonna be easy to really get your brows concealed properly if you do not get them shaped. So these are the shape of my brows. I hope you can see it. See, my brows are already shaped out. So now I would have to use the mirror. I'm actually using an eyeshadow kit to do my brows. I'm actually going to be using the dark color, the black here, to do it. So guys, if you're not using a pencil, and if you are not using like an actual eyebrow kit, you can improvise by using a eyeshadow kit. See, so I would be using this one here, not even this one, I'm using the dark one. So you can improvise by using an eyeshadow kit. In this case, I'm using an eyeshadow kit because this palette is very pigmented. Pigmented means the color shows up very brightly. So this is a Jaclyn Hill palette. This one is called Dark Magic. So this is a palette that I'll be using to actually put on the color on my eyes. So here goes. So I hope you guys are seeing. I have to keep on my glasses to do this. So I'm basically making a few strokes on my eyes. I'm basically making some strokes. Hope you can see it's a little dark. So I'm making a few strokes. The thing is to gradually build the color and then basically to go under and to begin to draw your brow, outline your brow the way you want them to be outlined. You can still go with the strokes. There is no hard and fast for doing brows or even makeup for that matter, because persons try different techniques, and some techniques works for others and some techniques don't work. So just experiment as much as you want to, and as I said, some techniques work for others and some don't. So I usually start to use my strokes first, then I actually do an outline of my brows. So there it is, and then continue, so to speak. So you can see basically almost the outline of it. So I'm doing the strokes right now, and then I would basically go down, join at the end here, and bring the strokes down and begin to join it at the end. So there it is. It's joined at the end right there, and begin to fill in the rest of it. See? So that is the brow. Coming in with the strokes a little to the front part, and then you can probably fill out the top part, make it look more uniformed. So this is a neat brow, even without being concealed. Try to do your brow as neat as you possibly can before you even conceal it. It makes it easier to conceal when it is neat. Way easier to conceal when it is neat like this. So as you can see, guys, this is a brow that is drawn out but not concealed as yet. So it's not concealed as yet. So when we do it like that, now we can go back and just brush the front part to kind of make it look more gradual, like the hairs are making the hairs look more like a gradual color, like you're seeing it more like a gradual day into the darker area. So okay, so this is what it looks like before it is concealed. So this is what the other brow look like. So this is what it looks like now when it is drawn. So in this case, I will be using a just one of the slanted ones, the brush, this slanted brush here, because I am not necessarily going to be going into doing an eye makeup thing. So we just wanted to let you see what it looks like to do your brows. No, I need to take off these glasses to do it. And I'm going to have to go right in. I'm gonna have to go right in because my eyes, we won't talk about it so to speak, but definitely need some help in that regard. I need to wear contacts to see. If I need to see very well without glasses, I need to wear contacts. So in makeup, it definitely is needed. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do to, so in that area a little bit. So now, as I was saying, when you are actually concealing, you put the brush in the direction that you're going, right? So you can start about here. Alright. With this kind of brush, try and see if you can go one go. Try see if you can mark it. Do it at least just one go. If not, you try to keep. If you go again, like do the strokes like this, then make sure that you keep within the area that you have outlined. Just keep within that area. See? So I am actually using this Black Radiance dual concealer. One is a little bit dark and one is a little bit lighter, so I'm using the lighter one to conceal right now. So this is just a little tutorial to make you see what it is to conceal your eyes. Still not seeing so clearly, guys, but I'm doing my best to do this as best as I can. So find the front part now. So because I'm not doing an actual eyeshadow look, I'm using a concealer that is very close to my skin shade so that it does not look like way out bright. It doesn't look extremely bright on my skin, against my skin. So that is why I'm using a shade that is not too bright. When we're doing eyeshadow looks now, then you can go in with a shade that is way brighter. Some people love to use bright concealers to do when they're about to do eyeshadow shades. So this is looking regularly like almost like my skin shade, so that is why I am using that shade right now. So basically this is what we have here now as a concealed eyebrow. So now to make it look more neater than it is right now, we would basically go on top. So when you do the concealer on top, it makes the eyebrow really pop. It makes it stand out even more. So in this case, this could be left as is. This could be left as is, but to make it really pop a little bit more, let me just do something here to correct this. Alright, so you can make your corrections on the, if you make a mistake, you can correct it. Look what needs to be corrected and then you can correct it. What I normally do to go on top to not make the color look too really light is to actually use what is left on the concealer, use what is left on the brush, sorry, and just finish the look on top. So I hope you guys are able to see. So I'm gonna go right here. As a matter of fact, I can use my glasses now to do the top part. So I'm gonna use my glasses to do the top part, so I'll be able to see much better. So you would let the brush line down, so the brush line down there. So you let the brush line down, and then you would just start to bring it across, you know, and in this case the color is so much like my skin that you're basically hardly seeing where it is concealing it, but it is being concealed nonetheless. See, basically going like this and conceal. So this is what it looks like as a finished brow, basically. As I said, this color is so much like my skin that you can barely see it. So if you were just gonna go on the road and you just want to do your brows and you don't want it to be so obvious, this is a technique that you can use to do your brows. So there it is, one side not done, one side not done, the other side is done. So I hope that you guys learned something today from this brow tutorial. Let me know if there are any questions that you want to ask. You can also use a pencil. With the pencil you would basically, all right, maybe I should do the other side with a pencil and show you. So here goes. Okay guys, for the pencil routine, or basically you're going to be using a clean color pencil, dark brown in color. This pencil is very bright. It marks the space or the brow very well. It's not gonna be as dark as the eyeshadow. I was using a black eyeshadow for this thing. It's not gonna be as dark as the eyeshadow. It probably won't be as popping, but if you feel more comfortable using a pencil, you can start with a pencil. I was using a slant brush to apply the color on my brows. I was using a slant brush, so slant brush versus pencil. So we're gonna use the pencil now to outline the brows. So let me make this as, I'm gonna make the point here, so I'm gonna make it a little sharper, so to speak. All right, still have to use my glasses to see, so I'm setting my hands this way to do it. So I'm just gonna do some strokes, and sometimes persons you can use a little powder to make the pencils show a little brighter. So I'm not sure if you're seeing it. See there, as I was saying, it's not gonna be as bright as the eyeshadow. So this is for persons who don't really want a really pronounced brow look. You want it to look more natural. So I find, guys, that one brow usually looks slightly different from the other brow. So both brows are not gonna necessarily, I'm now trying to go underneath, both brows are not gonna necessarily have the same shape. Sometimes they don't even have the same amount of hairs. You may find that one brow has more hair than another brow, and so you just have to work with whatever you have been given. So I am trying to make an outline for the shape. All right, see there. So as I said, this is not as bright as the eyeshadow. It's not as bright as the eyeshadow, but we're gonna go ahead and do this thing. So now we're going to kind of draw it down to match this side, so to speak, right there. So we're filling in the area that we have now joined. Alright, so we're basically almost done. Basically almost done. So I said it's not as pronounced as the dark color or the eyeshadow color. So thing is to try and get it as neat as you possibly can before you outline your brows, before you conceal your brows. Try getting as neat as you possibly can, so when it comes time for you to conceal it, it is not as hard. It's way easy. So there is a brow. This is what this one looks like. This is what this one looks like. So the pencil is still, you can still see the pencil. This is a clean color pencil. So this one is not as dark and pronounced as this brow. This is eyeshadow, this is pencil. So that is it here. Alright guys, we're coming out a little to the end, to the right, so just making some strokes right here in the center part here. So there, that's it. So we're gonna conceal it now. So I'm gonna use a spoolie to kind of fade out the hairs, or well, fade out the look at the front part especially. So this is the part you want to look faded out, so it has a very natural look to it. Alright, so my hairs on this side are a little bit, they grow a little bit different from the hairs on this side. So that's what I was saying, that usually you find that one brow is different, shapes differently, and sometimes the hairs grow a little bit differently from the other side. So sometimes it's easier to shape one brow than the other brow. So this is what we have right now. So we're gonna try to make sure that this part and this part are almost, they're basically at the same height or level. So I'm gonna still go in with my slanted brush here. So we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna be going, see the slant here, going that side. So you put the side that is going to rest against, oh, I think I did the wrong thing here. I need to have, it has to be on the side that you're gonna go. So I had the concealer on the wrong side. So I have to put the concealer on the right side. So the side that I'm gonna go in, that's gonna rest against the skin, the concealer has to be on that side, so the area get concealed properly. So again, I have to take off my glasses. Alright guys, I have to take off my glasses. So I'm gonna go in now to conceal that area just like I did the other side. Let me just put this like this side. So I hope you guys are seeing. Let me turn a little bit more. So I hope you guys are seeing. So I think I need to put a little bit more concealer on my brush. It's a slanted brush, and I'm going to try and cause you guys to see what I am doing. So if you can't go one way all the way, just make some strokes as best as you can. Just make some strokes so that thing is, you definitely have to be able to see your brows properly to do this sort of thing. So I think we have a little bit more on this side, and so we're going to lift up your brows a little bit by lifting up your forehead area. Just lift up your brows a little bit so you can go into there a little bit better. And we're gonna just try and make sure that it is on the same level. I'm not gonna necessarily meet in the middle part there because we don't want it to look so obvious, and I'm not going to put on full makeup. If I was going to put on full makeup, we could meet it in the middle part there and make sure they're on the same level. But because I'm not doing that today, we make sure that the brows are done. So, as I said, one side the brows may look a little bit different on one side, so let me just so this concealer looks very much like my skin because we're not putting on full makeup. So if you just want to do your brows, you're going somewhere, you don't want to do full makeup but you want your brows to pop, you know, you can do something like this, and your brows will stand out still. So this is what it looks like, the concealer underneath. As I said, that the pencil is not gonna stand out like the eyeshadow. Pencil is not gonna stand out, but nonetheless it does. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more over pencil over this side to make it have the same width as this. So we're trying to make the brows look like, as we would say, sisters, not twins. They're not twins, so we're trying to make them look as best as we can as sisters. Or yeah, so I just use a pencil to kind of go over, and then we're gonna put glasses back on. Can you imagine, guys? I wish I didn't have to do this, but I do. So, and I can't allow me having to wear glasses to stop me from doing something like this. So right here is a little bit thing there. So this is what it looks like, and concealing underneath. And so we're gonna go on top now to conceal on top to kind of neat it up a little bit. So right, so here we go. I'm just pressing this. So I'm just using the extra concealer that is left on the brush so it's not overly bright when it is done. So you just go in the direction of your brows as best as you can, so I'm using this slant up here, so mostly to make the curve. Right, so as best as you can, cut as conceal as close as you possibly can to your brows, as close as you possibly can. As close as you possibly can. So that is what I am doing here, and I hope you guys can see. Still need to go in a little bit more right here, so at the bottom you can make your corrections while you're doing this. All right. So I think I need to go in a little bit more right here. So any corrections you think you need to make while you're doing it, you just make your corrections. And I think I need to just go right in here, so a little bit more. So guys, tell me what you think. Pencil or pencil or eyeshadow? I rather the eyeshadow. I used to do it with the pencils, but I actually rather the eyeshadow now because it pops more. But this looks very natural. This is a natural look. So if you rather the pencil or if you rather the eyeshadow, both can work. So this is the end of an eyebrow tutorial. I hope this helps actually. Yes, I do hope it helps, and that you guys really saw, because my eyes are not doing it for me right now, so yeah. But I hope it helps. I hope it helps, guys, that yeah, you learned something from doing brows, because some people say, boy, may I try, can't get it done, may I try follow the tutorial and all of these kind of things. So I hope my tutorial does help, and of course makeup is 90% practice, and you do have to have a desire to do it. So it is 90% practice, and you have to practice to get it. So and you really have to want to practice. So you're not gonna get anything without you're not gonna get makeup without practice. So if once you have a desire to do it and you practice, inevitably you will get it. So thanks guys for watching this eyebrow tutorial, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, whatever hour of the day it is. This is Michelle, MJ Makeup Studio on Instagram. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.